Emily Christopher here, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you have joined me once again. And today I'm finally doing my Q&A. I posted this on both of my Instagram accounts months ago and then did another post. So I have a bunch of random questions. They're all over the board, from health and wellness to clothing to skincare to whatever. So let's go ahead and dive in and get these Q&As done. The first thing that was asked is, what is my skincare routine? And I'm actually going to do a full video on this because it's a lot. It's not just something I can easily just throw at you. But I will say that two of my favorite brands are CeraVe, CeraVe, however you say it, and The Ordinary. I use their serums and the moisturizers, all that wonderful stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna do a video where I talk a little bit more about what that looks like for morning and for night and how I take care of my skin. What is your favorite music to work out to? My favorite music to work out to is hip hop or rap exclusively. That is all I listen to. I have a playlist that I've been putting together now for years, mostly like Kanye West, Drake, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all that. I cannot work out to anything but that. I've tried other genres of music. It just doesn't pump me up. There's only one way to do it, and it is hip hop and rap. The next question was, how long does it take you to do a full face of makeup? It takes me roughly 12 minutes. And I know a lot of people are like, there's no way you can do a full face of makeup. But I do it in 12 minutes. I've been putting on makeup since probably 8th grade. Not a full face, but definitely doing a full face of makeup since end of high school, college. I've done makeup for musical theater. I've done makeup for in front of the camera work, all kinds of stuff. So I've just learned how to get it down to a science. I know exactly what goes well with my face, my skin tone, and I've just got it down to about 12 minutes, maybe up to 15, depends on how slow I am, but yeah, just about 12 minutes. So if it takes you 30 minutes to an hour, I just say keep doing it, find out what works for your face, and it'll get shorter and shorter as you keep doing it. What are your top makeup staples? And I'm gonna show you right now. My assistant Allison's gonna bring them to me. Yay, thanks Allison. All right, so my makeup staples are pretty simple, and I, again, will probably do a full video of what I use, but my absolute favorite, I've tried a million foundations, all kinds, and it is the Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless by L'Oreal, and I wear 235 Pure Beige. That's what I wear. I love it. I've not been able to find anything else that I like as much as that. If I do wear foundation with SPF in it, which I do a lot in the summer, I will use IT Cosmetics CC cream. That's my favorite one. My favorite lip ever is Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. It's just a clear gloss, gives you a nice plump. I think it's beautiful, easy to go on. This is wonderful. My favorite mascara, and again, I've tried so many mascaras, high-end, drugstore, whatever, is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. It is incredible, at least for me. It works so great for my lashes, gives me volume, gives me length. And again, you can find it at the drugstore. And then I just recently discovered this eyeliner, and it's by Lottie London. I got it in an Ipsy bag, AM to PM, black. Such a great eyeliner, goes on super easy, and I just adore it. And for eyeshadows, setting sprays, blushes, contour, all that, I honestly use a lot of different things. I'm not like married to one brand or one thing, and so that changes a lot. But if I had to pick like 4 things that I absolutely love for makeup, it is those 4. I adore them so much. All right, what is your favorite exercise? This one is really hard because I'm somebody who gets bored easily by doing the same thing, whether it's just running all the time or lifting all the time or a certain HIIT exercise. So I change it up all the time between Chloe Ting videos, running, weightlifting. I just change it up. So honestly, I don't have a favorite. It just depends on what season of life I'm in, what are my fitness or health goals. Right now I'm into running. I have signed up for a race that I'm gonna be doing soon, and so that's my favorite thing right now. I have very much a love-hate relationship with running, but the more I do it, the more I enjoy it. And so right now it's running, but who knows what's next. What is your favorite healthy meal? If you know me, I eat grilled chicken salads like a maniac. I love grilled chicken salads. They're filling. I can put a ton of vegetables in there, a lot of high volume with the vegetables, and then of course getting great protein in. There is a Greek restaurant in Asheville, North Carolina, where I live, called Apollo Flame. And if you are ever here, they have the best grilled chicken Greek salad that you will ever have. And so that is one of my all-time favorite healthy meals. Of course, watching how much, dressing you add to it, that kind of thing. But they just make big old salads, high protein, lots of vegetables, and it's awesome. Why did you do 75 hard? So if you've seen my 75 hard video, which is actually probably why most of you have found me on YouTube, through my 75 hard video. And the reason I did 75 hard, and I go into this in another video as well that you can find on my channel, but I had just finished cancer treatments. I was also going through a really bad breakup. My life was flipped upside down. I was tired of being really sick. These treatments had caused me to gain a lot of weight. I also was doing a lot of emotional eating because I was just in a really bad place relationally, mentally, emotionally, all those things. And so when I read about 75 hard, I had to do it. There was no option. I didn't even weigh the pros and cons. I didn't even second guess. I just did 75 hard, and it changed my life absolutely. From my mental toughness to my emotional strength to getting healing. All of it just really opened a door for me to continue walking into my best self. And so that's the reason why I chose 75 hard. And I just actually celebrated the 1-year anniversary of me completing it at the beginning of August. And it's just been awesome. Every time I think about it, look back at it, I'm filled with joy, and I feel proud of myself for the progress I made and what I continue to do with my life because of the lessons I learned through 75 hard. I'll link the video below where you can watch more about everything that I learned and gained from that experience. The next question was, what is your dream job? So my absolute dream job would be to have my own talk show. I love talking. I love interviewing people. I love getting to know people. I love hearing stories and that kind of thing. So I would love to have my own talk show one day. But right now I just started a company with some of my best friends, and we are starting a digital marketing agency. And honestly, that's another huge dream for me, is to have that kind of company and to do that kind of work. I love digital marketing. And so I would say I'm doing my dream job. I think the talk show and that kind of thing will come at some point. It's definitely on my list, so we'll see. But I also love music, and there'll be some more stuff with that coming up as well. But honestly, I'm so happy with where I am in my career and what I've been doing with my life up to this point. So now everything else it just feels like icing on the cake for me to be able to get to do what I do. How do you deal with stress? So I am a verbal processor. I'm highly relational. So usually with dealing with stress, it's me being able to process and talk it through with a close friend or family member. I also believe in moving my body. I believe in doing things with a creative outlet that helps you process through things. So when I'm stressed, I like to do those, but then I also believe sometimes you just need to stop and rest and do nothing, which is very hard for me. Sometimes you just need to kick back, relax, watch a movie or a TV show you like. But I do believe that also doing something you just love to enjoy with some kind of movement, something outdoors, that's huge. And that will help eliminate some stress, but also learning how to prioritize, learning how to organize, learning how to operate in discipline. Those are very important things too that can help with managing your stress. All right, this was an interesting question, and I've actually gotten this multiple times, and that is, what did you do when people in your life didn't support your 75 hard journey? So when I started 75 hard, I really only had one person who was a naysayer or that wasn't supportive, and our relationship was already on the rocks. And this is full transparency, full vulnerability here. But seeing that they did not support me and didn't encourage, didn't stand with me to do it, it was kind of a big eye-opener. It was kind of like the last straw for me. And I don't believe in throwing people away, but I do believe that we have to set boundaries and we have to process through if something is toxic and if someone's dragging you down and that kind of thing, like it's time to take a long, hard look at that relationship. And so, it was ultimately something that caused that relationship to be cut off. And I know that's super hard and it was not easy, but it was very revealing when this person did not support me. And so I'm thankful for that in a way, because it was a long time coming. There was already a lot of stuff there anyways. But like I said, this was kind of the final straw. And I've talked to several people whose spouses didn't support them, their family, their friends. But if you believe that this is something you need to do to better yourself, do it. Do it. Lean into that. There are sacrifices majorly with time, with relationships during 75 Hard. And so I'd say make the commitment, and you need people around you who are going to support you. And so it is hard when somebody doesn't, but if this is something for you to do, do it and work on the relationship as well. But sometimes people are for a season and maybe that time is up. And I know it's hard, but that is life. Do you have accountability partners? Yes and no. My parents have always kind of been like built-in accountability partners. I share my dreams with them. I share my goals with them, and they're really good at, just questioning, hey, are you still going after that goal? What are you doing to make that goal happen? I share those same things with a lot of my close friends. And right now I actually have an accountability partner for running. It's a close friend of mine. She's not doing a race. And it's a mutually beneficial accountability. She just wants to move her body consistently, and I want to train for a race. So the way we've done that is partnering with running. And so that's what we're working towards. She checks in on me. I check in on her. We do it together. On days that one of us doesn't feel like doing it, the other person's there to lift them up and support them, hold them accountable, and be like, hey, remember, this is your goal. This is your dream. This is what you wanted to do. And so I'm here to cheer you on. So I would say a lot of the people in my life, I gauge relationships off of, how involved are they? Are they encouraging me? Is this a beautiful two-way relationship where we're both growing and we're both evolving and we're doing things in love, and we are sometimes saying the hard truths. And so, just say the people in my life are like that already. But I do like being able to set a goal with somebody else and doing accountability stuff. And I've been a part of accountability groups and different things like that. So that's what that looks like. And I'm going to be doing a video where I talk about what being a good accountability partner looks like. So stay tuned for that. How important is it for you to have a mentor? I personally think having mentors in our lives are absolutely important. I need somebody who I can go to, who I can confide in, who can help guide me, lead me, give me wisdom. And so for me, I've been really blessed. I have several mentors in my life, people who are a few steps ahead of me, who are older than me, who have walked through some things, and being able to meet with them and just process through some things has been life-changing. And so if you are wanting to grow as a person, if there's an area in your career or a hobby you want to go after, find somebody in that field and ask them all the questions. Make a relationship with them where that you can go to them, you can confide in them, you can talk, you can learn, and it will change your life. It will absolutely change your life. So yes, I believe having a mentor is vital. Someone asked, where do you live? I live right outside of Asheville, North Carolina for now. I've been back in this area for 8 years. I went to college in Tennessee, moved back here, and yes, I live in the beautiful mountains of Asheville. Would you ever live abroad? Absolutely. I have had the pleasure and the joy of being able to travel, and I've been to South America, I've been to Europe, and I would love to live abroad someday. My sister currently lives in New Zealand, and I would love to be able to live somewhere else. I think the world is so beautiful, and I love different cultures and different experiences, so I would definitely be down to live abroad. Where are your clothes from? Well, if you know me, I have a lot of clothes. I love clothes. I currently have 2 giant closets, and I'm about to downsize and get rid of at least half of my clothes because it's just too much. But I honestly shop everywhere. I don't even have a top 5 store that I go to. I get clothes from everywhere. And I love thrifting. I love going to Old Navy. I love whatever. There's boutiques here in the Asheville area that are incredible. So my clothes are honestly from everywhere, and maybe I'll do a video more about clothes and fashion because I'm also very passionate about those things as well. So, but yeah, anywhere, everywhere, from Old Navy to Nest Boutique in Asheville to Goodwill. Everywhere. All right, the next question is, are you releasing music? So again, if you know me in my personal life, I'm a vocal coach, I'm a musician, I'm a worship leader, and I am working on new music. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Stay tuned. When was the last time you cried? This was good. I am not a crier. I am around a lot of people who like to cry. A lot of my friends are very emotional. And they cry a lot, and it's cool. Like I love that they cry and they express themselves. I haven't cried really, really hard in probably a couple of months or so. And yeah, I tear up, like I get misty eyed over some things, but I don't ever like cry. Like sobbing and like deep crying also like gives me a headache, and it just makes me feel drained. And so I don't know, I don't usually do it. So yeah, I think probably the last time I cried was on FaceTime with my sister Abigail. Yeah, that's the last time. I'm sorry, I'm not a crier. All right, next question. Are you a morning or night person? I am 1000% a night person. I wish I was a morning person. I have tried and tried to be a morning person, but it just ain't happening. I love to stay up late. I'm more creative at night. I like to hang out at night. It's just, it is who I am. How do you juggle all the things you do? That's a great question. I'd like to say I'm pretty decent at time management just because I do have my hand in like 4 or 5 different projects or things. So I would say time management and lots of coffee. What country would you like to visit next? Absolutely, without any doubt, I want to visit New Zealand. I want to go and see my sister and my brother-in-law and be in New Zealand. It is such a dream of mine, and I'm hoping that that is sooner than later, but who knows with the world, but definitely New Zealand. What do you still apply from the list of tasks from 75 Hard? I still drink a gallon of water every day, and I still exercise usually outdoors for 45 minutes every day. Sometimes I will do 2 workouts, just depending on what's going on that day, but definitely moving my body, eating healthy, and drinking water. Those are 3 things that I like to do. I do have cheat meals every week, and so that doesn't count, but eating healthy, and I still follow the same diet throughout the week up until my cheat meal, the same thing that I was doing for 75 Hard. What is your next body goal? So this is very interesting. So I've kept off the weight that I lost in 2020. I lost 60 pounds, give or take 5 pounds, because I've been on vacations this year. I've been able to travel more. I've been happy, and when I'm happy, I like to eat. So give or take 5 pounds, but I've kept it off. My biggest goal was I wanted to lose the weight and then take a year to make it sustain, to change everything about the lifestyle, about the relationship I had with food and exercise. And so I've done that. So my next goal is to lose another 15 pounds. And then that will put me at my absolute goal weight. I am a tall girl. I also like having curves. And so I like how my body is even right now, but for fitness purposes and for goals such as like running races, I would love to one day do a triathlon, that kind of thing. I just feel like I would like to put on more muscle and lose some more fat. You seem like you're in a good mood a lot. How do you do it? Well, there's several things. I think some of it is my personality, and I think all of us have different dispositions naturally given our personalities. But I care a lot about my environment, boundaries, and my relationships. And so I make sure that those things are all in alignment. And I also just try to stay positive and ask myself, what is the best thing that could happen, not the worst thing that can happen. And so I try to be optimistic, not to an unhealthy point, because I think there is some toxic optimism sometimes in the world, but I try to find the good in my life, in other people, trying to make the best out of a situation, and also just fully understanding that we never know what life is going to throw at us. And also understanding emotions and being able to process through them. I don't try to deflect them or push them down. It's something that I have really struggled with in the past, is just like stuffing. So I try to process emotions as they happen, and that's healthy as well. And so processing them in the moment allows me to be more authentic and to be my full self. And so I think that helps with my overall mood. I'm not trying to suppress something, I'm not trying to hide anything. And so when that happens, I'm able to be lighter. I'm not carrying a bunch of garbage around with me. I try to check in with myself and see where I'm at. But your relationships and your boundaries and all that have a lot to do with your mood. So if you're struggling with your mood, obviously for women, get your hormones checked. That is a big deal. Move your body more, drink more water, eat healthy, have healthy relationships, do things that make you happy, get creative. There's all kinds of stuff that factor into mood, but those are a few things for me that are essential to, I think, my outlook on life and how my mood is day to day. All right, and the last question is, what has been your biggest accomplishment so far in 2021? This was a great question. I had not taken the time to sit back and think about this, but I think my biggest accomplishment in 2021 has been taking risk. And I know that sounds very broad, but I started this channel at the beginning of this year in January. I, along with my friends, have started our own company, and I am just taking risk. There's a lot more to come. I'll be able to share with you guys more later, but I would say my biggest accomplishment has been getting rid of fear and stepping out in faith and taking those risks that scare me to death, but just putting myself out there and jumping into the next thing. And who knows what else 2021 has to offer. And I know 2022 is going to be even bigger and better. I'm believing that. I'm stepping out in faith to see those dreams become a reality. So more to come on that for sure. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for always submitting questions. I am so happy to answer them, especially if it helps you. I want to be able to answer those questions that move you along in your life, in your goals, and in your dreams. If you will, make sure to follow me on both my Instagram accounts. Intensity is for health and wellness, and then Emily B. Christopher is my personal one. I do post more on my personal one, I'm not gonna lie. It's just where I'm at. Managing 2 Instagrams is hard, people. So follow me, and we will continue all the fun. Feel free to ask me questions at any time. I'm happy to answer them. All right, friends, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.